Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and it's time for your weekly planner and a better look at your travel weather for Thanksgiving. Not only for Thanksgiving week, but the weekend prior to Thanksgiving, because I know some of you will be traveling on the weekend prior to Thanksgiving week. But first, let's take a look at your Monday. Temperature-wise, it's going to be pretty nice throughout most of the country. We're looking at temperatures normal to above normal. That would put temperatures here in the Midwest and the Ohio Valley in the 60s. Cooler up in the Rockies, where you're still seeing quite a bit of snow for you there. Jumping right to Wednesday, still most of the country in pretty good shape temperature-wise. Once again, normal to a little bit above normal. We're starting to see some cooler air, some bluer colors now out of Canada, and that's going to be filtering its way towards the southeast. And in fact, on your Friday, it shows up here nicely. There's a cold front there separating the above normal temperatures here in the east and some cooler air up in the high plains and also the Great Lakes. This is on your Friday. Precipitation-wise, the only real issue will be down in the Gulf Coast area, down in Texas, where you could be looking at some severe weather. Certainly some heavy rainfall for you. Most of us will be dry, with the exception of the Pacific Northwest. Now on Wednesday, that system, the energy starts working its way along the Gulf Coast, down in the southeast. Once again, there could be some severe weather for you. But notice California, you're going to get slammed. This is on Wednesday. Now let's only jump to Thursday. You can see that energy still in California, working its way a little bit into the Rockies, but also notice that band of showers up towards the north. That's a cold front. We talked about that a little bit, bringing in some colder air. And then on Friday, looks like that energy we saw in the Rockies and that front will combine with quite a bit of rain here in the Midwest Ohio Valley. Still some pretty heavy rain along the Gulf Coast down in Florida and the Carolinas. So those of you down in the southeast who's heading down there now for the winter season, it does not look like a good golf end of the week for you. It looks like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be quite wet for you. We are seeing another bit of energy work its way into California. That's the one that's going to be interesting, I think, for Thanksgiving week. So now let's jump right to the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And you can see here there's a pretty good system. This is the European model, showing a fairly strong system right around Illinois, bringing up some very nice warm weather for the Midwest Ohio Valley and every points towards the east, but you can see some colder air up towards the north. Now this model also is producing a very large area of rain and some thunderstorms and heavy rain. Now this is on Tuesday. Once again, this is still a long ways out. This is the European model. You can see here a large rain shield. There's another model that I like to look at, and that's the GFS. This one has the system a little bit further south, down in the lower to mid Mississippi Valley. And because of that, it's not as extensive rain, but it still produces a pretty good system, storm system there, and with some heavy rain. Keep in mind, temperatures are going to be above normal. So this is going to be a wet system. And I'm leaning more towards this scenario, not quite as extensive as the European model is showing it. This one is showing, again, a lot of rain here. There could be some snow up in the Great Lakes. So when it comes to travel weather, there could be some delays down in the Tennessee Valley, parts of the Mississippi Valley. The system, I think, is going to weaken as it moves towards the east. The only problems, I think, are going to be up in the Great Lakes area where there could be some snow, and we have another system producing the Pacific Northwest. So right now, looks like travel isn't going to be that much of a problem, but if you're driving on Tuesday in this area, watch out for some heavy rainfall. I'll be back on Tuesday with a better look at your Thanksgiving weather. Until then, I'm George, the Weather Dad.